and I had to listen to Stalin.
Was that the Stalin? Yeah. Was that the Stalin-thon?
That's right.
Right. That's how you coped.
So messed up. I was like, I'll just listen to this audiobook about Stalin's rise and fall. It's fascinating stuff. He grew up in Georgia, and he was like a gifted child. He was going to join the church, and then he somehow fell into being a gangster, and spent a lot of time in exile in Siberia.
Oh my God.
Crazy story. This kid from Georgia becoming, the world's most powerful man. It's not like I want inspiration. It's more like it's interesting seeing how. Why did that peasant kid become this person, or that? What led that? What chain of events led that to happen? That's fascinating. But you can say that about anyone.
Thank you very much.
What led someone to become the great CdawgVa voice actor? That's the real question.
There's a new anime coming out now that has like one of the wackiest concepts I've heard of. So I think it's called Roses of Reincarnation or something like that.
Something grotesque, is it?
Huh?
Every time you tell me something,
it's not grotesque. It's not grotesque.
He has to fuck his brother or sister to get life or something. Something awful. And he get reincarnated every time he has incestuous sex.
No. So essentially, it's like. No, Petals of Reincarnation. Essentially, it's about these people who can reincarnate as previous, incarnations or previous lives that they've had.
Right.
So there are these group of people who channel the inner power of previous leaders and previous scientists and stuff like that. So it's an anime where you have a team of Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein teaming up to fight Adolf. a team consisting of.
They all have superpowers based on.
Yeah, they all have superpowers based on their previous life incarnation.
Wow.
And teams up with Pol Pot.
Oh my God. The X Factor singer. That's crazy. That's a bit. I mean, it could work if the writing's good.
I don't think
it's a bit too stupid, though.
The writing is definitely
not good.
Okay, well, I won't be watching it. That's just a bit silly. Well, at least it's not as crude as some of the ones you've told me before.
I don't know.
What was the one you told me about on the last cyclothon?
Domestic.
Oh God.
Domestic show. Awful.
And then the child gets born. So the kid's like dad is also her uncle, and her aunt is also her stepmom, who is also her step aunt, I think.
So how would you make that anime better?
I wouldn't make it at all.
No, it doesn't have Stalin in it. That's
crazy.
Stalin and Isaac Newton team up to take on and the Sugar Puffs monster. Fucking silly, fucking weird. Quite a good story. God.
Well, I mean, the shock factor sells, right?
Yeah, but that's the shock factor.
Okay, look, I'm just trying to explain here.
Oh, what's this? Oh. Yeah. It's a heat pack.
Ian was telling us earlier, while you guys were on the first leg, he was like, every day, Chris buys an onigiri and doesn't eat it.
How dare you?
He says
giving away my secrets to success.
What, buying an onigiri and throwing
I've
it
eaten
away?
it at least once.
We're already at least once.
That's not ideal. The thing about onigiri is great on paper. Reality is they're not that fun.
Stop buying it.
There wasn't much else to buy.
I can't believe they chose Pol Pot.
Yeah, Pol Pot's crazy.
Stalin felt like an obvious choice,
Stalin didn't commit enough war crimes.
I guess the gulags didn't get him up there.
What about Gaddafi and Idi Amin?
Gaddafi.
They're left out, aren't
A little too culturally close, perhaps, in the source material.